My God, I hate drugs.
Police arrested two so-called big-time firearm supplier who possibly helped local terrorist groups. As George Cahilas reports, police also suspect the couple have connections with the military.
Authorities arrest a couple allegedly involved in gun running in a buy-bust operation in Valenzuela City on Sunday. They believe Edgardo and Rosemary Madel could have transacted with local armed groups like the Maute and Abu Sayyaf.
Kasi yung contact niya noon 2 years na, and yung information natin is pinapasa nila, dinadala sa Mindanao.
Okay.
So hindi natin dinidiscount yung possibility na pupunta yun sa mga domestic terror groups.
Authorities seized 3 firearms and almost 13,000 rounds of M16 and M60 ammunition, including marked money worth 1.2 million pesos. But there's a twist to the catch. The ammunition are in boxes with military markings. Police initially say arrested couple Edgardo and Rosemary have links to a retired soldier for 2 years now.
Ganito karaming ammunition and with the boxes that were recovered at meron pang mga lot number dito, pwede nating ma-verify yan from the Armed Forces of the Philippines. We will coordinate with the AFP para sa investigation nito kung paano at kung talagang nanggaling sa kanila itong mga ammunition na to, including the firearms, of course.
Authorities also discovered that the suspects are transacting with a detainee at the Metro Manila City Jail in Camp Bagondiwa in Taguig City. They say the suspects have planned to ship firearms and ammunition to Mindanao. With all the leads so far, the police are looking at the possibility that the suspects are part of a bigger syndicate. George Cahiles, CNN Philippines.
Dozens of Abu Sayyaf members sentenced in a mass abduction of students and teachers in Basilan will appeal their conviction. This as a human rights group insists some of the convicts are innocent and that they were merely fall guys in a military crackdown. Our senior correspondent David Santos tells us more.
Amira Lidasan still gets emotional whenever she speaks about her humanitarian work in Mindanao. Her group, the Moro Christian People's Alliance, has been providing support to dozens of mostly Moro men from poor communities implicated in atrocities of the dreaded Abu Sayyaf terror group. On Friday, a court found 66 of them guilty in the mass abduction of students and teachers in Basilan in 2000. They were sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. The verdict, capping 18 years of monitoring the case, comes as a shock to Lidasan, who maintains most of the men are innocent.
We have to live in Basilan, be with them, kilalanin sila talaga, get their background para masubstantiate namin why we're saying they're innocent.
Women, family members of those convicted also were distraught over the court's decision, some of them falling to the ground crying upon hearing the news. Lawyers will appeal the verdict, insisting their clients were mere fall guys of a military crackdown at the height of the anti-terror campaign in Mindanao in early 2000. Some of their clients have been in jail for close to 2 decades while awaiting trial.
May mga times na for 1 year walang arraignment, walang hearing, walang schedule. Hindi namin kung bakit siya pinatagal ng pinatagal.
However, charges against 20 other accused were dismissed. The court has ordered their immediate release, but jail officials have yet to act on it.
They still have pending cases. Natatakot kaming hindi na rin talaga sila makakalaya.
Authorities are on alert for reprisal attacks following the court decision.
Actually, we've been preparing for any attack ng mga threat groups natin. That's why we gave directive sa mga iba't ibang mga regions natin to strengthen their camp defense plan, their target hardening measures.
Albayalde, however, says the number of Abu Sayyaf members have significantly declined. Security forces hope to completely eradicate the group while martial law is still in effect in Mindanao. David Santos, CNN Philippines.
It's Pope Francis's birthday. The leader of the Catholic Church turns 82 years old. The pontiff actually celebrated his big day early at the Santa Marta dispensary in the Vatican City. He was presented with a large cake, which of course he shared with the families and staff at the dispensary. Happy birthday, Pope Francis. A certain Christmas display is the talk of the town in the U.S. state of New Hampshire, and it's proving that one person's trash is another's treasure. CNN affiliate reporter Mike Cronin has the festive details.
Drive through the center of Newton and you can't miss it.
Nobody wanted the big ugly chair.
The big ugly chair is Melissa Howard's.
Oh, we got some Hanukkah, we got some poinsettias, some garland.
Before it was merry and bright, Howard left it on her front lawn 3 months ago, hoping it'd find a new home.
It just kind of ended up sitting out here, and I forgot about it because of other stuff going on.
Someone had enough and turned to Facebook to vent.
She asked me, please, we're done looking at it. Get rid of the chair, take it to the dump.
The Howards had another idea. A week ago, their stuffed Rudolph onesie took a seat, and then Newton took it from there.
The town went crazy. They just wanted to decorate the chair.
Every night, something new is added, and not just Christmas decorations.
We got the book. Someone was nice and put a Bud Light in there.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, yeah. We got the Red Sox World Series hat going on.
The negative Facebook post brought people together, and Howard says even the woman who complained now finds this funny.
I stay in my kitchen window and I catch people driving by, and some do shake their heads, whatever, but there's more people that just stop and smile and laugh, and that's what I want all of this to be about, just something to laugh, smile, and have fun with.
But don't expect to see the big, ugly chair next year.
The chair will go to the dump. I am not keeping the chair. As much as they all want me to keep the chair, I am not keeping the chair.
More global stories. 62% of Americans do not believe U.S. President Donald Trump has been completely truthful when it comes to the investigation into Russia's 2016 election interference. That's according to a new NBC Wall Street Journal poll. It comes amid new information about the scope and duration of Russia's social media disinformation campaign in 2016 and beyond. CNN's Reed Binion reports.
A new report to the Senate Intelligence Committee indicating that social media companies may have given the bare minimum amount of information during the investigation into Russia's 2016 election meddling. Facebook, Twitter, and Google complied with requests for data on Russian social media accounts posing as American accounts. But according to a source familiar with the new report, the firm the Senate hired to review the data told lawmakers there are likely more Russian accounts that the social media companies failed to identify. Google and Facebook declined to comment on the report, but a Google spokesperson pointed to the company's efforts to combat disinformation. Twitter said it has made significant strides against the manipulation of its service. Meanwhile, the Washington Post reported Sunday on a draft report commissioned by the committee looking at data provided by the tech firms through mid-2017. It provides an even clearer view of the scope of Russia's social media manipulation.
This in many ways is the report we've been waiting for. It's sweeping, it's comprehensive.
The Washington Post's Craig Timberg explaining that the disinformation campaign extended well past 2016.
Every platform that these researchers tracked posted more often after the election. We tend to think of this narrative in terms of, coming up to Election Day, but actually intensified after Election Day.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
The U.S. Senate is set to make those reports public this week. Meanwhile, Trump's former National Security Advisor, General Michael Flynn, is set to be sentenced this week for lying to the FBI in the Russia probe. Former FBI Director James Comey scheduled to continue his closed-door interview with lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Meantime, Merriam-Webster reveals its word of the year. According to the American Dictionary, the word justice was searched 74% more in 2018 than in 2017. They credit that to numerous debates in the U.S. that took place over the past year, including racial justice, social justice, and economic justice. Merriam-Webster also credits the coverage of events like an ongoing probe into Russia's alleged interference in the 2016 U.S. elections and a controversial judge's appointment to the Supreme Court for the spike. Justice takes the Word of the Year title from last year's winner, feminism. An emotional moment caught on camera involving the parents of Catriona Gray.
That's as she was crowned Miss Universe 2018. Watch this.
The new Miss Universe is Philippines.
and Mommy Normita Magnayon were the happiest among all of Catriona's supporters and fans. They share what they think of their daughter's victory.
How are you feeling right now?
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. She was the chosen one.
At the start of the competition, did you already know that she was going to win the competition?
Yes.
And how much support did you give her? What kind of support did you give her all throughout this competition?
Undying.
Undying support.
And how is it going to change your lives now that she's going to move to New York?
I'm going to miss her, but, you know, it's not far. It's only a plane away. But definitely.
How are you all throughout the competition, every part of the competition? How are you?
Oh, we're good. We're excited. At the same time, anxious, but yes, this is the day.
What were you feeling every time her name was announced?
Oh my God, we're so thrilled. And again,
what is your message to Catriona?
Catriona, you did this. This is you. You worked hard for this. Congratulations.
How about you, Daddy?
I love you.
That's nice. That's just priceless.
The chosen
They're proud
one.
of
The
their baby
chosen
girl.
one, yes.
And to hear that from her father, Daddy Ian Gray, and of course, Mommy Normita Magnayon, that's just really nice. You were saying earlier, as a parent, you couldn't be any prouder.
Of course.
And watching it live, imagine how it felt.
And not only that, but credits go also to Catriona because she really worked hard for this. I mean, we had, guests over to talk about, the preparation that she actually went through before.
And how they said that she kind of reinvented herself from, placing in the top 5, not winning it in Miss World a few years ago in 2016, and then now becoming the queen that she is, Miss Universe, from her iconic lava walk.
I mean, she went in there prepared. I mean, she didn't just go in. I mean, she was all beauty, brains, and confidence all rolled in. She was like the total package.
Well, congratulations again to you, Catriona Gray. You're watching New Day here on CNN Philippines. Find out what some local celebrities have to say about Catriona Gray for winning this year's Miss Universe crown. New Day. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Messages of congratulations are still pouring in for Catriona Gray. That's after she won the 2018 Miss Universe crown. Catriona beat over 90 other contestants from all over the world at the pageant in Bangkok, Thailand. Catriona, who was an early favorite, came prepared and to slay. From the national costume competition to the preliminaries, where her slow-motion twirl in swimsuit took everyone's breath away. Catriona is the country's 4th Miss Universe after Gloria Diaz in 1969, Margie Moran in 1973, and Pia Wurtzbach in 2015. Meantime, the Senate calls for further investigation on 19 people who may be involved in an 11 billion peso shabu smuggling case. The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee released a 45-page report on the case Monday, and it names former police senior superintendent Eduardo Acierto as the, quote, linchpin in the case. It also recommended witness protection for former Customs Intelligence agent Jimmy Guban for his, quote, vital cooperation in the investigation. In August, 2 massive drug shipments, both worth billions of pesos, were smuggled into the Philippines in magnetic scrap lifters. PDEA says the drugs were smuggled into the country by a Taiwanese drug syndicate.